Okay, new video. This is more of a informational video more than anything else, and basically what it comes down to is the reason most of your amp builders out there, when they start dealing with the bigger amps, so be it, you know, one of the major players in the game, or, you know, whoever is out there building amps that usually knows better, but normally we won't run just one power wire in an amplifier like the case in this amp, okay, where they have one piece of 4 gauge ran in here, going right here to this end of the hot bar, and then you have this whole other end of hot bar. The reason that they'll go with individual wires in amps like this is pretty much for the reason of by the time you get to this hot bar on the other end, this section has lost power. Now, it's not a substantial amount, but it is enough to create, you know, different issues later on, maybe down the road or in key-offs, whatever. But there is a difference. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw a key into the radio, no modulation, and basically I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here on the scope. Now, see, I've already got the scope set up. Okay, so our scope's over there set up. So let me get the probe in my hand here. I'm going to try to play balance issue here, but basically we're going to start off at the power lead, and I'm going to work my way down the hot bar, and we get something really strange going on in this section here, and then it starts dumping off there. But I don't understand, in this area we're getting something going on, but you know, that's what the scope shows us, and we have to go with what the scope tells us. But here we go.
That's what we call pumping.
That's on the piece of 4 gauge.
Power and free. Start pumping.
That's going down it, and as you see, it changes as I go down. Okay, and that's what we try to tell people. You want it to always be, you know, like it was when it originally started on the 4 gauge, which is that. So as you see, as I move down the wire, it just, you know, went all the way down to nothing. See, that's on the other end. So that's a big difference on the scope, showing you what's, you know, what's going on here. You know, this is why you run individual wires. Now that's back on the 4 gauge, and that's on the other end. So there's definitely a difference, and you won't see that with a multimeter, okay? That's the thing. A multimeter don't really care on which end of the hot bar it's going to be on. It's still going to show you the same volts. Okay, so you think, oh, I don't have no voltage loss or nothing. Well, in all reality you do, and that's where you need special tools to see that. But this is more of an informational video of why we put individual wires in amplifiers spaced out in between the transformers, and that way it equally gives power to everything in the amp. So you know, just putting in one big piece of freaking wire and people thinking that they're doing something, in all reality they're hurting themselves more than they are helping. Just information, food for thought. Figured I'd throw that out there. Just a little informational video. Y'all have a great day. Hope you learned something. Okay, we're back. Part 2 of a little information video here about power wires, okay? And as you see, I've upgraded all 3 with 3 individual pieces of 8 gauge. One to split this transformer, one to split these 2, and then one in the middle. And this is kind of what you get on the scope. So we'll start at one end, and I'll work my way down, and I'll show you what the scope shows. Give me a second. I'm using my legs to key the mic. But as you see, there's one side, there's in the middle, and there's on the end. Give me a second, let me readjust the scope. I'm going to set the camera down for a minute. Okay, here we go. There's another view. I just all I did was change the settings on the scope. So there's one end. There's in the middle, and there's the other end. So that's going across the hot bar. So that just goes to show you now it's even, and that's why most of your major amp builders out there use individual wires in between the transformers. I mean, there's no other reason. It's not because somebody's trying to get cheap or anything. Actually, it costs us more money to do that than it does to just put that one big piece of 4 gauge in there or so. So just a little information video. Hope you enjoyed. Have any questions? Feel free to give me a call or email me at stickman@nonameamps.com. Have a great day.